Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Well, you may say that, why did I say all these three words? Well, we live in the world, and you guys are all, some places it's morning, some places afternoon, and some places it's actually night. Well, today we are going to talk about life. And so many people out there, sometimes they forget what life is. Sometimes we just don't realize what we have. And with little problems, we just forget that what we have. Let's talk about that. We'll talk to you in a few moments with my co-hosts. And before then, just gotta go for a break. Welcome back to Relax Radio. Thank you very much for joining me at this time. And I understand that you guys are waiting for us every night, or rather, shall we say, morning in Bangladesh and afternoon in USA. And yes, you'd like to hear something good, something important, and something that is useful. And this is why we are here. We are going to talk about life. What is life? Okay, and the program named today, so I will say it's there. There we go. Life is a miraculous gift. And did you realize that? Do you know it is a miraculous gift? Because sometimes we get upset with little small things, and that small things takes us away. And some people do commit suicide, take their lives, which is actually not really theirs. Right? And they live the world before the time. I mean, they don't live the world. I mean, they live the life before their time. Well, how much do you know? Anyway, let me just quickly bring in two of my co-hosts. They have something to say, of course. And Hafsa Noor, and then I have Dr. Rubel Sajid. Good morning to you all. It is good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, good morning.
So we are talking about life.
And it's midnight and we're talking about life. Miraculous. Absolutely, life is a miraculous because if it wasn't miraculous, I think we wouldn't survive. Our life is given by Almighty, Allah, and we should cherish it. We should make use of it, and we should, what shall I say, that make the most of it. What do you say, Dr. Rubel?
You're absolutely right about যে there's জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে আসলে এই জীবনটা আমাদের একটা
English today.
Okay, English. Okay.
English.
No problem. The thing is, we have this life. In my eyes, I think that we can utilize our time, and the other thing is, for myself, I want to enjoy my time. For the life is miraculous, because what I understand, that is, every step I make in my life, every time, this is very important, and I should know what I'm doing. So if I cannot do anything positive, always I think about the negative for my life. So I cannot grow. Let's say, I'm Swedish চলে আসতেছে আমার, sorry, আমার Swedish চলে আসে ইংলিশের সাথে. Yeah, I cannot go I cannot step forward.
Right. So, basically, what we're trying to say here is like, what happens sometimes when we get very sad and depressed, and at times we either take the wrong decisions, meaning that something that you heard. Let's suppose somebody may come to you and say something that unpleasant, something that maybe you don't. I mean, normally you wouldn't want to hear. For example, let's say somebody says, "Oh, it's actually you didn't see it," but somebody says, some people say, when they can't see you being happy, they will say something stupid, and until you tried it, you checked it out yourself, you just believe it, and you take the wrong decisions. So a situation like this happens. So let me tell you what happened in a situation. This guy goes out to a club, and whereas his these two brothers, and the one brother, the one of the brother is not present at that moment in that club, but both of them are some sort of uh, into crime anyway. But one lives, and the other one, when he was trapped inside, one of the girl who just tells his brother that, your brother is having an affair with your wife, and he gets very depressed. He comes out. He is so angry that he wants to kill his brother. Okay. He gets into a taxi, and the taxi guy says, "Oh, wow, I can see that you are loaded in your head with problems. I can feel." And then the guy opens his mouth and says, "Well, I don't want to talk about it, but this is a serious." The guy said, "Well, if you share with me, then things will get lighter. Talk to me." And he wanted to hear it. And then he says, "This is what happened." And then he was very angry, and he was planning what he wants to do in his mind. Then the guy said, "Well, have you seen it yourself?" "No." "Then why would you want to do such thing? Because, okay, let's suppose if you go and kill your brother, or if you go and kill your wife or whatever, is that going to bring you satisfaction? I mean, thing is, what are you losing? Whatever is not yours is not yours. And in this world, you don't get anything forever anyway. One thing that you have, it's your life, and which is a miraculous gift. So now you can make it the wrong decision and destroy this gift, or either step back
Spoil your life.
and step back and think about it properly, and before you get into conclusions, go and check it out whether if it is true or not. Because in the benefit of doubt, you want to just go and kill somebody and ruin that person's life and your life too. So you are going to take few people's life. When one person dies, a lot of other people suffers, right?
It's true.
So in this case, the guy goes into his brother's house and he says, when you were a kid, we both grew up together, but when you were a kid, whenever you were lying, you got caught. And this time, I have got two questions for you. You have to look me in the eye and answer my questions. The brother was like a bit nervous. What the hell has gone wrong? Why is he asking at this kind of question in this situation? And he goes, look me in the eye and tell me. And the brother then uh, questions him. Okay, so are you sleeping with my wife? And he goes, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, look in my eyes and tell me. And then he says, he denies that he is doing that. And then he said, where the hell did you get this information from? He said, well, I was in that place, and that lady girl told me that that's what you're doing. He goes, oh my God, it's her? If that is her, then there is no other questions to ask, because she doesn't like me. So she wants me to be in trouble. And also she wants to destroy you at the same time. So either do you think you would believe something like that could happen? And he looked in the eyes, and the brother believed his brother because he did not blink when he was talking to him. So now you can see just that one taxi driver who intervened in his life just for 5 minutes drive saved how many people's life? by asking him certain this or giving him this little bit of treasure that he has got, the knowledge that he had, the understanding that he had about life. He said, life is a gift, mysterious gift, or sorry, miraculous gift. So don't waste it. Don't waste it on people, what they say, right? Go and check it out yourself before you believe it. And by
Absolutely.
doing this, look what has happened. Everything, the whole thing, scenario changed.
It's true.
So this is why in our lifetime, we actually listen to others and waste a lot of time. We waste a lot of our valuable time and not giving people the support, the little pinch of knowledge. By not giving this, we are not doing good to ourselves, neither we're doing good to anybody else.
How many times do we meet people like the taxi driver who support it and said the true thing? We don't get very many people like that. People instead they
It's a,
make it even worse.
yeah,
They
yeah,
even
that's
make it
right.
worse. They say things. They make up more stories to
But
ruin the whole family. So you don't get very many people like that,
luckily, the
which is
driver was good and he was brave even to ask
exactly.
this guy what's in your head, because a lot of people say, you know what, not my problem. I'm just a driver.
Mm,
Why should I really give a damn about these things? And why should I really need to enlighten his life? They
exactly.
they forget.
That's why people used to say that if you have any problem, just share with someone, so you can have probably some idea to
Can have some good solutions.
really, it's a good solution. But there are some people
Not,
who
not,
don't
not
who don't
always.
think.
Not always you can come up with a good solution. Not everybody gives you a good solution.
Some people
But
like to give
most of the
you.
time,
Okay, now
how could you know?
now the question is, right, how do you recognize that somebody is giving you a good solution, somebody
Gotcha.
is really supporting you? How do you recognize that?
This person, it's very tough, very tough. But then again, it has to come within yourself as well, in your own instinct, thinking that this person is saying it. Let me try this. um, Depending on the situation as well. Not every situation is the same. That you can go try and error kind of thing, because some of them it will make it escalate even worse and make it worse for the people. But I think it's better if they
it is
listen to
it
their
is
heart.
all it is always good thing to take advice of some elders, but then again, you have to be so careful who you are
Mm,
sharing your
information with.
Yes, that's right.
personal
That's right.
information, who you are sharing with, because that
Exactly.
is so dangerous, because
Mm,
some people will take you for a ride.
Sometimes, yeah.
In fact, the situation is, let's suppose you trust somebody. For example, for a man, for a woman, it's their spouses, right? They say you are each other's clothes, right? So
Mm,
now you share everything. But problem, what happens? The husband shares his daily problems or whatever with his wife. Now, in real life, you see the wife then throws this information that you have given to her when she's angry,
exactly.
and she will take advantage of your telling. Sometimes
Again,
some men, some
not always. I mean, yeah, it happens, but at the
tell.
same time, some husbands do exactly the same thing. So it depends on individuals. It's not just women only. Men could do the same thing. You share something, and then men react differently. They will be telling you every single day of your life, reminding you how you things did wrong. So it depends on individual. It's not just women only.
So how do you then recognize who to tell? I mean, if you can't even tell your life partner, I mean, most of the time, our life partner becomes the reason for
Or
death partner.
yes, sometimes.
Because when you want to tell them something and they sometimes listen to you, but they use it like an emission
Okay.
when they have to go for a mission.
Exactly. Mission Impossible.
They fire you with like a brush fire with your stuff that you have shared. So
Exactly.
So what
So,
happens is that you have to hold on to yourself and you don't tell. And then
Mm.
who you tell? Who do you tell? And this is why a lot of people suffer. And this miraculous gift gets wasted. So who should be blamed for this miraculous gift to be wasted?
not only that, but brother, the thing is, sometimes you are not telling everything. You are not sharing everything with your partner. But after a while, when they know about that, so the situation will be the same. So,
So,
do you understand me?
so let me ask you, would you share everything with your partner? Everything that you do, how you do, would you,
I try to do, but not now.
what
But
happened? That you've been bombarded
the problem is every time it's what they
with the
say. I used to say it's like a record that started to play over
mm.
and over again.
It's like you recorded on not on a cassette player that you can rip it off and tear it apart because it's on a
Exactly,
SD card. You can't do anything.
exactly.
Get rid of it. Exactly.
After 15 years, 16 years, the same thing, the
Does
same old story.
yeah. So I mean, now as a woman, what would you say, Hafsa Noor?
As a woman, I said it earlier that not every women are like that.
No, but
Some men,
scientifically, women actually tend to keep information in them for a long, long period of time, and
yes,
they can
it
actually
stays in
bring
the
up
system.
so
It stays in
unrelated.
their memory. So their memory is really totally gets blocked up with lots of information and then misinformation and lot of things happen. But at the same time,
But when it comes to
because the woman cares for the person, they do that. But at the same time, some women can be so annoying. Sometimes it could be maybe because not to hurt the person, but repeating the what they have done mistake they have done just to make them get better. But some men they cannot take it. I myself I do that sometimes. I do remind my husband that remember you did this, and look what happened. Only because I wanted to get him back to where what happened, so he remembers, so he doesn't forget, and he can rectify his mistakes. But some men they don't
yeah,
do that.
but,
They carry on doing the same
but,
mistakes over and over again, and
some,
they're not allowed to say it.
but some women, what they do is they not just let's suppose
But
if
yes,
you
someone they use it as a weapon.
if you're talking about a car, they will bring some sari or something else or unrelated people, something else. I mean, like they have to find something to throw at you.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't know, so I don't know.
unrelated things. Oh, you don't do that.
I don't know. I don't know.
So
But
we need to send you for a checkup. That maybe your MOT need to be renewed.
I'm not a javelin player, and I'm not a what do you call that ball player. So I don't throw things.
I see. I see. I see. So
I
you
go, I go all quiet.
all right. We're going to take a tiny break, and then after the break, we'll be back. So, guys, stay tuned and don't go away. And we are talking about life is a miraculous gift. So, are you taking care of it, or you are not being so careful? And what do you
Radio.
Welcome back to Relax Radio. And you guys are watching and listening to Relax Radio from wherever you are. Well, listen, Relax Radio is beyond frequency, which means you can listen to Relax Radio from anywhere. You don't need to worry about this AM and FM and getting the frequency so tuned in, right? And this is why we don't say tune into Relax Radio. We say listen to Relax Radio directly, because when you can get things directly, why do you have to go through all the hassle? Without the hassle, listen to Relax. Relax without the negativity. So listen to Relax Radio from wherever you are in the world. Simple. All you have to do, download our app on your mobile devices, Android or iOS. Wherever you live in the world, as long as you have internet somewhere. Either it's direct internet or indirect, or using somebody else's Wi-Fi. You can listen to Relax Radio without distortion. That's right. So download it today and listen to Relax Radio. Participate into our conversation. Call us on 07852 473 473, 07956 911197 or 07393 072 072. Your opinion matters. And we are talking about today, life is a miraculous gift. Do you know that? If you didn't know that, now you know that, and we will tell you why. And at the same time, if you think you know better, then you're welcome to come and join us on these the numbers that I have given you already, and you can tell us your story. We'd like to listen to you. We are here for a short time, and we are going to keep it compact. So wherever you are, come and join us. With me, I have Hafsa Islam Noor and Dr. Rubail Sajid. And we were talking about life is a miraculous gift and how you're supposed to take care of it. It's a gift. When you get a gift, you need to look after it. Otherwise, you're not going to get another one, are you? So let's talk about it. Going back to my colleagues, and here we are. Please join me if you want to. If you don't, then I can continue. It's not an issue. But yes. Now, what we are trying to say, that if you have maybe, let's suppose when you get angry, you do things that you're not meant to do, but you do because no one is there to really guide you right. And at the time when you're angry, I know you normally, as a human being, we tend not to listen to anybody at that time, because we think whoever is going to say something that's going to annoy you, and you're probably not going to do the right thing. And sometimes we human being, when we see somebody is in a bad mood, we try not to get close to them at that time because we're afraid of being insulted. Okay, not that beaten up, but insulted. And insulting is actually, it sometimes is worse than getting beaten up. And for that reason, we sometimes don't tell. But sometimes we just have to get that insult and intervene. When you see that somebody is going to commit something seriously bad. So as a good human being, it is your duty to go forward and say, do you need my help? Can I help you? Is there anything I can do for you? Do it in a nice way, of course. But now, when it comes to listening to somebody, or when whoever is suffering at that moment and they need to tell somebody, how are they going to tell? Because they need to trust you. And trust is an issue. Because who are you going to trust? Because you might say something so personal to somebody. How do you know they are going to protect it? Is your secret protected with somebody that you don't know, or maybe somebody you know? Who can you trust? At times that you think that your spouse might be the best person to talk to, right? And then again, the fear is that anything goes wrong in your relationship, that they become bullets later on, and you get shot with these bullets. Either side, either the man or the woman, but mostly from the past experiences of people, whatever they said, they say, the men's head is made out of a lot of little boxes, and they put all these things in their boxes. With the women, their head is full of wires all over the place. So it's like getting an electric shock inside, and there are a lot of things in their head. So they pick things up from every different places. Doesn't matter what it is. So you need to be careful who you are telling. Right. At the same time, who else can you trust? Do you have a best friend, that somebody you can trust and they will die but not going to uh, defame you or disclose your secrecy? Is there anybody you can trust? Well, Lila here saying that, Rubel Bhai, you can always talk to me. You can always tell me things if you wish to, because I'm not going to tell anybody except Amin Bhai. Okay, she didn't say that, but she might, probably going to say something similar. And then after that, Tanzila Labonno is saying, what is the topic today? Today's topic is life is a miraculous gift. And how are you taking care of it? Do you really understand that this gift is how precious it is, and what you need to do? um you can always you can always you can always share it with me. It's not a problem, Laila. Usually that's perfectly fine. And I can see that in Bangladesh it is about 6:30, so they have prayed the Fajr and they're moving on and they're starting their day. And Bulbul Ahmed is saying, Relax Radio TV যেখানে দেখছেন সবাইকে জানাই আন্তরিক অভিনন্দন ও শুভেচ্ছা. I could not say that in English because it's written in Bangla. But anyways, now the thing is, if you want to participate, getting into this show, and you want to share your experience with us, then you can call us on 078 52 473 473, or you can call us on 079 56 911 197 or 07393 072072. Wherever you are, you're listening to Relax Radio, and I'm your host, Amin Raja. With me, I have Hafsa Noor Islam and Dr. Rubel Sajid. And here we have Hafsa Noor and Rubel Sajid, and they're going to share their experiences.
Yes, Dr. Sajid, if you want to share your experiences.
Okay, but my experience, the thing is what Amin Bhai said, that is, you cannot believe actually someone, because when who do you believe? For me, once I can say that I thought that this man is one of my best friend. I thought
I'm just going to interrupt you for one moment. Sorry, one moment. I will be I will be behind the studio for just about 5-6 minutes. So because my computer will be restarting, for that reason, I'll be coming back again. So continue.
Yes, thank you. But the problem was that I believed that person, but she was talking behind me. And everything she was giving me, that person was giving me instructions and told me to do something, that is, this should be done this way. And the same thing, on the other hand, it was the negative impression that person has built on the other side for me. So I cannot. That person knew that I will not turn around and try to find out what happened. That person knew that. So after a while, that is when I understood that is this thing is happening. So I thought, why it is so. So what Amin Bhai said, because I believed that person very much, but that person took it like just a thing. Rubel is saying so. He's a little bit talkative. You want to share others, but I'm doing this thing that could be bad for him. So this way that you cannot trust anyone actually. Not even that. I mean, by saying Hafsa, you also say that is you cannot believe your partner either. Many things you cannot tell them or share with them.
You believe your partner, it's not a problem, but the problem is that you cannot share. Sometimes you share something and that kind of gets thrown back to you, or it will have negative impact in your relationship. So say the way you share things with your friends, you want your partner to be your friend and you want to share it, but you can't, because as soon as you share it, then that whole thing becomes negative. Another thing,
the question
having
is,
a good friend, you think that person is your very good friend and you share things. And then what happens? That person sometimes in their life something goes wrong, and then they will be vomiting out the whole thing that you've shared out, and
Exactly.
they will be telling others negative things about you. But you may have said it in certain way that it could be that something to do with your family, or something to do with your a relationship with your husband or partner or whatever. But that friend who's supposed to be keep it secret, but when they are not your friend anymore because you ended up having a dispute with that person, then what they do, they go out and tell other people, which is really wrong. Because once you believe on somebody, once you have that kind of faith, just because we are no longer friends, we don't need to go and share whatever that person shared with you.
The thing is that people like those person. I like a person who talk with me in front of me and straight. But the thing is, till I accept that person, that is not coming for me. So if it is, if what that person is saying, if it is not against me, I always think, okay, oh, that person is right, that person is right. But when it comes to me, then I do not allow that. Do you understand me what I'm saying? যে আমি বাংলায় যদি বলি তাহলে জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে আমি ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত একটা স্পষ্টভাষীকে আমি পছন্দ করছি যতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত সেই মানুষটার স্পষ্টভাষী যে কথাটা সেটা আমার বিপক্ষে না যাচ্ছে।
Right, we have a comment from Aisha Nahar. She wrote, I don't feel you should trust anyone except close family. I totally agree with you, Aisha Nahar, but at the same time, I do not agree with you because sometimes the family gives you, they can be biased. They can give you, they can mislead you. So, say, spouse having an argument regarding any matters, then I myself go to my family and ask for support or help or share my incident or the issue that I'm having. Then what happens? My spouse, my family, my siblings, my parents, they will become biased. They will be supportive towards me. Maybe I am wrong in that manner, but at the same time, what happens that my family will try to support me rather than my husband. So I don't think it's always the case that I cannot totally agree with you, but yes, some family, some parents, they can be less biased. They're not biased. They will hear the both side of the story, and then they will advise accordingly. But usually, it doesn't happen like that. So it's very hard to trust somebody within your family as well.
You're right, Hafsa. For me, I don't believe anyone, but I used to rely on someone. This is not belief. Uh, why it is so? Because when you think that is this person is right for me, you can see on the other hand that is this person could be a wrong person for you. So that's why I don't believe anyone. This is my but I try to rely a person that is okay. That person is reliable, or that person is less reliable, or not reliable in that type. But actually, I don't believe anyone. So there's many people. They think like me. What do you think? Am I right or not, Papa?
I do agree that sometimes you don't believe on people, but you rely on people because sometimes we do need to rely on people and share some of the informations that we are overloading ourselves, and you want to unload yourself to somebody and share that. I totally agree with you, but at the same time, if you that again can depending on the individual, how much you can trust that person, not believing but trusting or relying on
Because
somebody.
I don't believe because I don't trust them. That's why
Yeah.
I cannot I cannot trust anyone. So it started nearly 15 years back, but so far I understand. I do not trust anyone, not even my family, not even my except my daughter. But nobody, not my brothers either. I don't trust, but I can rely. I know this brother is reliable for me. This
That's
person is
totally
reliable
different.
for me.
Trust
Hmm.
and believing on somebody and sharing your secrets with somebody is totally different than relying on somebody. Relying is totally that, okay, I want to get a job done. I can rely on, so say you, I can rely on you to do something for the radio. Yes. But
Mm.
to believe you, to trust you, I need to have that kind of relationship with you in order to understand you, and you need to understand me. Why am I sharing this information? But I need to understand. I need to believe on you before I could share anything with you. So believing, trusting,
Nobody. Now,
is
Appa,
different
this is
than
another thing.
relying on somebody.
This Yeah, but this is another thing, Appa. That the thing is that is everybody is relying others. Nobody trusts anyone. The When people are working together, everybody is relying other. Okay, I'm relying on him. Amin bhai rely on me that okay, Rubel can do this. You rely on me.
That's
Okay,
totally
if I say,
different.
but you
Relying is
didn't you
totally
but
different. It's nothing to do with
no, no, no,
trust.
no. That Yes, that's why I'm saying that
Nothing to do with trust. Relying
nobody's
is
believing.
totally different. You're getting confused.
Yeah.
You're confusing
No, no,
yourself.
no, no. I'm not confused. I'm not confusing. I'm asking you because you're confusing this thing.
No, no,
So
no,
that's
no,
why
no.
I'm asking
Relying on
you
somebody
about.
is different. I can rely on you to do something for me. I can.
Yes.
So any work, anything. Say I've gone to the office and I'm hungry. I'll say, Rubal bhai, I'm hungry. We are hungry. We need food. Could you get something? And we know that we can rely on you. You can buy. You will buy it and you'll bring it to the office. Am I right?
That's right.
But
Yeah, that's right.
trusting somebody with my problems, that's totally different. To share my problems, to share my issues that I have, to trust somebody, and that I cannot do.
Can
Um,
people can
share
people
it,
share
share it
any?
for comment.
Can people share with something with them that people rely or people need to trust them before them share?
Trust, not to do with rely. You need to trust
People have to
somebody to
trust.
share something, not relying on
Okay.
somebody. It's totally different concept.
Yeah, that's right.
Aisha Nehar wrote, I get your point. I don't think marriage issues should be shared with family. They Thank you for agreeing with me. Laila Hughes wrote, Rubel Bhai, don't share anything with Hafsa. She's going to share with Amin Bhai. Believe me, please. Okay. Lala
So
Fanomi.
Hapsapa always share with everyone, not only with the Amin Bhai. So don't rely on
I have
her.
nothing to hide, so I share with everybody. What happens in the office, anything exciting I see, I have to share it with everybody because that's the way I am. I'll share it. I have no secret whatsoever. The secrets that I have, and I want to bottle it up, I can do that. But otherwise,
Appa, I know you have many secrets, Appa. So don't lie.
but,
Don't lie
but I
here.
do
I
not
know
do
you
not
have many
I do not
secrets,
have any
but
problem
that's
with my
another thing. Appa, I have a question. That
yeah.
is, what to say? Mm, that I was thinking one thing. That is, Amin Bhai was saying about that. I forgot. Anything, Appa? Okay, it's your turn, Appa.
Yes,
Say
I
something.
mean, Aisha Nehal wrote, in that case, I think I can trust my mother with my secrets. Mother is the best person to tell a secret because I used to tell all my secrets to my mom, and I've got my older sister who I share everything, and I know that my older sister is like my mom. She would never share it. If I tell her not to share anything to anybody, she would not share it with my any other siblings. So I can trust on her. Uh, Aisha Nehar wrote, "Oh dear, lol."
But the thing is, mother can abuse you when they need it. So that's not trustable either. So
I don't
this is
go
no,
about
no,
it.
no. You were saying that, but you know that the mothers can motivate you, and mothers can make you change your mind when they need it in the family. So they can abuse you in their way. So I don't know
It's not
if it
abuse,
is
it's
trusted
manipulate.
all.
They
Yes, manipulate and abuse. You can say on the other hand it can
manipulate.
be abused. No, no, no. It can be abused also.
No, I don't
So,
agree with that.
that is the
Manipulate. They
no, no.
can manipulate.
You are not agreeing. That's another thing. But this is the true thing. That is that people, mothers also manipulate and abuse sometimes their children to make everything comfortable in the family and just the surroundings. They are what they want, what they what they want. That can you can say so. Everybody you can trust, everybody you can rely, but not all everyone is reliable or trustable.
Yes, I totally agree. You cannot rely on everybody with work
But
or
you should
anything.
have to, but you have to rely on someone to say something. You have to believe someone sometime to make you
Yes,
comfortable to say yes. That's the
yes,
thing.
yes,
Mm,
that's true. I mean, sometimes we
mm,
do have to trust somebody,
mm.
um, and
But
sometimes
if you are trusting somebody and if you are
I stand
relying on
high road.
somebody, and if now
Yes,
let me say that is
yes.
the thing is that is when if you are relying on somebody and you were believing on somebody or you are trusting somebody, but on the other hand you're using somebody. So what the difference you can see here?
Using somebody, trust somebody, rely
Yes,
somebody.
yes, I trust someone, I rely on someone, and on the other hand, I'm using someone.
Using someone in what way? What way you're
Anything for myself, probably make comfortable for my work, for my study, for my job, for my what do you say, career, everything. So
you're going to totally different concept. Trust and
no, no,
rely
no.
is
This is
different.
not
But
actually total.
using
I mean, I
somebody,
was saying.
now, using somebody, how is that comes to the belief and trust? People do use people, and for their work purpose, for many reasons. But at the same time, trusting somebody and telling your secret. That's what Amin Bhai is trying to establish. They're telling secret. Anything happened in your life, you did something stupid or something silly, you want to share it with somebody and say, look, this is what happened, this is what I did. Well, it could be anybody in your life, and you share that. That should not backfire on you. That's what Amin Bhai is trying to establish. Using somebody is totally different. So someone at work, they use each other for their work to be get done. So that doesn't mean they're using, they're relying on.
Is it not a abuse on the other hand?
That's, yeah, depends, what extent they're using you. If they're using you and in return you're not getting anything back, then yes, definitely. Then definitely yes. But say in any relationship or any work relationship, any relationship or personal relationship, you help each other out and it's give and take. In any relationship, you help one person, that person helps you back. That's different. But abusing, getting somebody to do some work and in return they don't get anything back, yeah, that's basically you're abusing the person
That's not,
and taking advantage of the person. But
yes,
we are not talking about taking advantage of somebody, we are talking about relying, not relying, trusting somebody with your secrets.
no, not only that. The main thing is the life. Our subject is today is life is a miraculous gift. So if you think that is the life is a miraculous gift, so the main important thing is that you should make you important yourself first. So if you want to make you comfortable yourself, and so you need to make your environment to make you go front to work further. But the thing is, when you are working, when you are studying, in all the steps and all the way, should people need someone, or people need to believe someone, people need to trust someone, people need to rely on someone. For study, I can say that I need to trust my friend that okay, he will help me for this. I need to rely on my friend that I can have some notes to study for me, or he can help me, I can help him. That's the way everything goes. Am I right, Appa? But
Yeah.
the thing is that when it's going to be negative, if comes something negative in here, that is, I'm giving my friend the right thing, but on the other hand, but that person is giving me the negative thing. So it's actually on the other side, it's a one type of abusing. So that means that I'm helping to make that person more comfortable and help them to do everything better. But on the other hand, they are trying to force me backwards, or they are not allowing me to go forward because probably for the career,
Maybe
probably for
because
the
the person that you're trying to help, they don't want that kind of help. They don't want your presence in their life or in their
no, no, no,
whatever
no,
they're
no, 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 no. That is another thing. If they do not want that help, they can just say, I don't need this help. That's another thing. But they are taking the help, but they are
maybe
abusing. They are
have,
they are
because
taking. What do you
some
think
people
about that?
some people they don't have the courage of telling the other person, because that's the way they are, telling the other person that sorry, I don't need your help, but that person is so persistent, so adamant that always I need to help that person, but that person may not need help,
Yes,
but just to keep that
yeah,
person, person
I
happy.
understand. I understand you, Appa. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say, that there are some persons they don't know anything, they cannot do anything. They are not that much professional. People can say, but the thing is, they learn something, and they when they learn, they try to use the other person to learn, and they just shows that they knows everything, just one type of abusing.
That's
Then
individual.
when they get, not just listen to me, Appa, listen to me, Appa. Yeah, when they get know that is okay, I can handle this thing, then they trying to say like this, I don't need this thing. That's everything. But it's actually, Appa,
I think
what I think,
we should go for a small break
it
before we
could be, no,
start.
no, it will break just before break, because I think it's a one type of abuse, Appa. What do you think?
Yeah, could
Yeah,
be.
that's right. So we are going to break.
Welcome back to Relax Radio, and thank you very much for being patient and listening to Relax Radio all this time, despite I wasn't here. But it's okay. It's okay. Sorry, I had to go away for a little time because I had to upgrade, or rather, update my software. But anyways, I'm back now, and I have been listening to Rubel Bhai and Hafsa Noor, both of you, and you were talking about the trust, and then you were talking about the
Lying.
reliability or relying on somebody, right? So the trust, and I mean, I wanted to get into the show, but obviously because my computer was down, but I was listening to you on the Facebook. It is important for us whenever we are not on or we are going to come on air, we should continue to listen to our programs so that we know that where we are standing. And in between this time, I saw that the some of the viewers who are watching, and they said who to trust, who not to trust, and of course, I also seen that things like that. Nahar was saying that I would rather trust my mother, and then Rubilbai was saying that even some mothers can abuse and make take advantage of the secrets, and It is true. In times, people do that. Sometimes some mother can be so nasty to their daughter, and sometimes some daughters are nasty to their mother. It happens, and a lot of if you see Sabdan India type of program, you will see how much rubbish goes on behind the scene, and the people are selfish. Okay, and also then how we're saying that we cannot trust people. The trust has gone away. Trust has gone away. Yes and no, because what happens is because people, first of all, I mean, if you think you want to if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else also, because then you don't know what love is, right? So if you don't trust yourself, it becomes absolutely difficult to trust anybody else, because you take everybody into your what do you call it, palla is what in English? The
Weighing machine,
weighing machine.
weighing scale.
But in the other one with the scale, right, the traditional one. So yeah, because if you don't trust yourself, mostly what happens is that you get to not to trust anybody else, because you don't trust yourself with such certain thing. Then you think everybody else probably be in the same boat as you are. You got to trust. Without trust, the world will not run, because you got to trust somebody. For example, I like to trust people because I trust myself, and I know that when you trust somebody, they become obliged to trust you too, because it's like if you love somebody, they will give you love back. If you give somebody hate, they give you hate back. But
Exactly.
people,
That's
except
the
our
thing.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you give him hate, he still gives you love in return.
But
Okay,
nobody is Prophet
but
Muhammad Sallallahu.
we're not like him.
We're not like him.
But at least we can try to pick some of the good things. I mean,
Exactly.
he had thousands of good things, and if we take some of the good things, we will become a good human being. You got to trust. So one thing you need to understand, first of all, also that you need to the reason I say to people that you need to understand your name first. I mean, what is your name? For example, my name is Ameen. That means trustworthy, right? So I need to then maintain my name for the remaining or reminder of my life, because I know what my name is. And if I do wrong, then I'm proving the name wrong. I'm proving my parent who actually gave me this name. Okay. And so for that reason, every individual, it's good to have a good name, and you then rely on it. For example, in the past 2 weeks ago, I employed somebody. Her name was a very good name, Ikra, means read, learn, right? And then you say you got an absolutely brilliant name, maintain it. But sometimes people don't understand until certain age. But then again, regardless whether whoever understands or not, as a good human being, we must continue to tell them, remind them that look, you are. It's like, when you see, let's suppose, um, sometimes we tell our children, and we know the potential of our children, because they are our children, and they are brought up, they because it's like a manufacturer knows their product. So you know what are their capabilities, but they don't utilize their full potential, and that really makes you angry sometimes, thinking, why don't they understand? It's like you have a Ferrari, but you're driving it like a what Ford Fiesta, and you think you got a Ferrari and you're driving like a Ford Fiesta. What an idiot are you? Because it's like some people are born with an amazing brain, but they don't utilize it. They waste it on stupid things. So, like this. Now, going back to the trust issue, yes, she was saying that the trust isn't there. We need to build the trust. Of course, you can build the trust. First of all, you need to fix yourself to fix others. So, fix yourself in terms of trusting people, then you will see the people will trust you back. But then again, should you tell everything to everyone? No. When it comes to marriage, I don't think. I think a lot of marriage breaks because the internal stuff that you need to deal with it yourself. When you fell in love with each other, or whoever, or if you got married, or whatever way you did, love marriage or whatever, at that time you did not ask anybody, should I fall in love with this person or not? You used your instinct. So when it comes to problems, you also need to fix it, because when you tell too many people, they really mess it up for you. Sometimes they take advantage of it. So many people don't like to see you happy. So sometimes telling them everything also doesn't help. So you got to do it in a smart way. Anyway, you guys have been talking for a while, and I have just managed to cover it all up in that sense. So then, for that reason, I can take a rest again. And
No.
oh, you want me to continue? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I mean, by I trust myself with all myself, I trust most people. That's there we go. Aisha, you have said a wonderful thing because you trust yourself. You will see that you will find other people are trustworthy. But of course, there are bad people. There are bad people are always out there because shaitan is on the loose. Only time shaitan is tied up, that is in Ramadan, right? According to Islamic faith. But despite that, in Ramadan, also people do stupid things. Why? It's the ripple effect which never goes away. So you have to understand that Shaitan has taken a challenge with Allah, whereas Allah has given him, accepted his challenge, and because Allah knows, regardless whatever he does. You know, the one day Shaitan cries a lot. Do you know when? I mean, Shaitan normally don't cry, right? But when does Shaitan cry? In the day of Arafah, when people ask for forgiveness, and Allah forgives people who are in the Arafah, also all the Muslimah, because nobody can pray just for themselves. If you don't pray for others, your prayer is not going to work because you have to pray for all the Muslimah, all the people around the world who has faith in God, who has faith in Allah. So when you pray, and then Allah then forgives for one person's good way of asking, actually melts Allah's heart. I mean, saying heart, but Allah has no, He's not a human being. But I'm saying is just a figure of speech. But yeah, it melts him, and then He forgives us all because He's Rahman Rahim, so He forgives us all. And that's the day when Shaitan starts to cry because he says, "Oh my God, all year round, 364 days, I've did all the hard work, and in one day you just forgive them all, and then it all starts all over again." So, yes, you got to trust people, and we got to do the good thing. So that's how things would work. And this is Tajina Lavinia salutes you. Who's that? Assalamu alaikum. Who's Tajina Lavanya?
He's
I don't.
talking about Tanzila Lavonno.
Oh, is it Tanjil? Okay, so
He's speaking Tanzila Lavonno.
Tanjila Lavanya, you got a new name now. Tajina. Okay. All right.
Taina.
We're gonna Rubelba is gonna call you Tajina from now on. That's
Taina.
is that
I will call her Taina. Taina.
China.
Because J is G, actually the English word. The J, it is not J, it is G. So Taina Lover, it could be like this, Taina Lover, something like that. So
Hmm.
Tayana.
So life is a miraculous gift, and that's our aim is to remind you it is a miraculous gift. Use it wisely. Don't just waste it for nothing. And you wanted the telephone numbers that you wanted to call us. Right now, you can call us because the telephone lines are open, and you can always call us on 07393072072. And when you guys call us, right? It's free. There was a time where phone calls used to be expensive, right? And people were calling these television channels like Vecton TV and the other Bangladeshi channels, and they were paying £1.50 to £2 a minute. Now it's free. See, why do us human like to really be punched every time to do something good? I mean, to get something good from you, it's like, punch me first, then I will talk to you. It's like this. Why? Why can't you just willingly do the good things? Come on board and express your feelings. If there is anything that you may have, if you want to talk about it, you think that you got something better to tell as well, because you are not, it's pointless dying with your experience, because what are you going to do with it? Your experience gets wasted. So it's better that you share it, come on board, call on these numbers, and actually show us your solidarity and show us that you care, and you care for the humanity as well. So at least some of the viewers have written to us. That is absolutely brilliant. At least thank you very much for doing this. But it would be so much more nicer to motivate other people who are watching us. If you called us, then the other people will know how to call on a media, because nowadays it's so piece of cake, right? Unless you don't eat cake. I mean, you can call it a piece of, I don't know, whatever, a lollipop, ice cream, I don't care. But call us on 07956 911197, or you can call us on 07393 072. You know, phone is not off. Phone is on, actually. Let's see which phone you're calling on. You can call us on 07956911197, and you can call us on the other number. Let me see, 07393 072072. That line is also open. And if you want to call us on 07582 07852 473 they're all active, they're all working. All you have to do, get your finger out of your pocket, touch your phone. Even nowadays, you got to be kind to your phone. You got to touch it. You can't press it, you can't push it. Just got to take it easy. And our phone is not off. If you want, or you can use any of these. Let's see if anybody's trying to call me. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, can't see it. No, you're not calling me, Lila. You can try again. Try again. Let me see. Why would it be? No. Okay, I'm gonna reset it for you, just for you, specially for you. Okay, so you can remember. 07072. No, that's on. That's on as well. I can see. Here we go. If you want to see it, yet it's got full reception, and it's a Virgin. I mean, network. So you can call us on 07956 07956 07393 072072, and you can talk to us right now. You can call us on these numbers. And worst case scenario, if you can't get through to that one, then just call us on WhatsApp, and we should be able to take your call. And Rubel Bhai, say something. Meanwhile, I'm just going to check my phones.
Yeah. The thing is, that is what we are talking about, that who could you rely, who could you believe, and who could you trust. The three things are a different thing. That is, I was trying to share my experience. That is, I was working somewhere, and I was trying to teach somebody for our work, to work together for this project. I need to teach someone for my help. But what happened last? He was trying to learn everything very quickly. He was good. He was very intelligent. He could learn that much. And when he learned everything, so he was talking behind me with my boss and my friends, other colleagues, and he was just trying to take my place. That is what I'm where I was working. So in the same situation, that I trusted him, I relied on him. So that's why I tried to let him learn everything that I know, because I was very open to make him expert on that side. Whether I know, that is, he's not that caliber. He didn't have that the level that he can manage those things. So that there are some people who are not that level to work in that in a position, but for all of a certain, sometimes people come. Am I right, Appa? There are some people who come to think like this: that this position is for a good graduate, but someone from the undergraduate just jump over here for time being. But that person can be an expert on that person. So who are working in this place, he can be harmful. This person can be harmful for them, because when he's not suitable for this position, that person tried to do everything, on his way to show off. And in that position, I'm saying that for my work, I told the same thing happened everywhere, in the family, with the friends and everything. Everybody tried to show that they knows everything, and probably you were relying on them, you believe them, you are sharing everything, you are trying to make them expert on everything, but you are not thinking that it could be a negative attitude. There could be a negative attitude from them, but it is happening. So So that's why the thing I was discussing, Apa, you understand me, Apa, now. That is that I was trying to say. That is, the people should trust someone
I was
some way.
trying to understand, but maybe I have what you're trying to explain. That people can correct me if
আমি
I'm
বাংলায় বলি আপা, আমি
no.
বাংলায়
Bangla
বলি আপা,
বলতে হবে
ঠিক
না,
আছে?
বাংলা
না না, বাংলাতে বাংলাতে বলি আপা,
no,
তাহলে
no, no,
জিনিসটা
no, no.
ভালোভাবে
You don't need
বুঝতা
to.
তুমি। জিনিসটা আমি বলি যে আমি এক জায়গায় কাজ করতে গেছি, তো সেখানে হয়েছে কি যে তারা মানে ওই যে বলে না যে কিছু মানুষকে আমাদের তৈরি করতে হয়, যে যদিও বা তাদের কোনো নিভো থাকে না বা তাদের কোনো লেভেল থাকে না, যে তারা হয়তো বা সেই লেভেলের না, কিন্তু কোনো একটা কারণে তাকে সেই লেভেলে আনা হয়েছে। তাতে হয়েছে কি জিনিসটা, যে সে তখন আমাদের কাছ থেকে কাজগুলো শিখে নিয়ে তখন আমাদেরই পেছনে কথা বলে, বলে সে দেখাতে চায় যে সে সবকিছু জানে। তখন দেখা যায় কি, তখন অনেক কিছু আছে যেটা আমি জানি বলে আমার হয়তো বা প্রেস্টিজ কনসার্নে আমি অনেক কিছু করতে চাই না বা করি না, সে সেটা চট করে করিয়ে দেখা যায় যে বসদের কাছে দেখাতে চায় যে সে আমাদের থেকে বেশি জানে, এবং সেখানে দেখা যায় যে আমিই বাদ পড়ে যাই। এরকম কিন্তু প্রতিটা কিছুতেই কিন্তু হয়। তো আমি তাকে কিন্তু আমি বিশ্বাস করেছি, তাকে কিন্তু আমি কি বলবো, তাকে আমি রিলাই করেছি, তাকে আমি ট্রাস্ট করেছি, সবকিছু করে তাকে কিন্তু আমি শিখেছি আমার সুবিধার্থে, যে ঠিক আছে আমার এটা দরকার তাই। কিন্তু সে আমার কাছ থেকে শিখে সে হয়ে গেছে পণ্ডিত, তখন আমি হয়ে গেছি সোর।
No, this
ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে
kind of
এরকম।
attitude many people have. So you cannot change people.
ইয়া, দ্যাটস রাইট।
That's
না, আমি এটাই
individual.
আপনাকে বলছিলাম। জি আপা।
That's totally depending on individual. You have there are many people like that. Some people think they know it all, but they don't know anything. Um, they, some people, when they meet up with people, they think, okay, the way they present themselves is like they're somebody very big, but they're nothing. They have, there is in Bengali, they say, khali kolchi bazi beshi. So,
ফাটা কলসি,
yeah,
ফাটা কলসি বাজে বেশি, রাইট?
yeah. So these things can happen. It's normal daily life kind of thing. So you can't change people like that. There are
Yeah,
too
that's
many
right.
people.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I just have
Yeah.
to quickly tell Aisha Nahar, you are trying this number. Try again. Let's see if it. You can try it now again and see whether if it works. Meantime, I will take on another call. We have a couple of callers are on the line, and so I'm just going to take them on. I'll repeat the numbers again for you: 07393 072 072 and 07956911197 We have Lila Huge on the line, and let's see what she has to say. Okay, so your opinion, please, Lila.
About what? They trust somebody?
About the life is a miraculous gift, and do you believe that?
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay, so if you do, then tell us, how do you take care of your beautiful life?
How I take care.
And how would you expect somebody to take care of their beautiful life?
I think the most important is you trust yourself first.
To trust
Then
others,
you trust
yes.
somebody else. Because if you cannot trust, you don't have a confidence and trust yourself, then you always going to be confused to share anything with anybody. And we human are very emotional. You know, sometimes it's not about the trust. With that emotional, we share so many our secret with even strangers.
Sometimes,
you know,
yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And that trust someone is very difficult to find, because you have to trust somebody. You have
got to. You can't go anywhere without
you
it.
You can't go without that. The world is depend on trust.
Yes.
You know, anything. If you don't trust yourself or you don't trust anybody, how are you going to live?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Now tell us the trust and relying on something and trust. Is that the same thing?
Rely is a different word than trust. Trust is you trust somebody to say your confidence things who can keep secret. That's the trust you do. Rely use so many kinds of things. You can rely on some products. Somebody said, okay, I'm coming, and said, look, I'm relying on you, If you don't come, then it's going to happen this thing.
It's like
It's
within
like that.
within this reliability, there is a bit of a trust issue as well. Of course, you need to trust somebody to rely on them, because if you want
Yes,
to rely on
but
somebody, you need to trust them that they're not going to let you down.
yeah, but the thing is that trust and this trust is rely trust and this trust is little bit different.
Trust comes
Uh,
first,
what-
rely comes after, but it's not the same thing.
Yes, yeah, the trust come first and then rely come. And the things is in my life, I have more confidence. I trust myself. I know I can do that if I want to do something. Okay, and I make sure if somebody trusts me to depend on me to share or give anything, any job or anything. So the person can confident on me and said, okay, I can trust Laila to
As soon as
say these things.
somebody
Yeah.
has a trust in you, as soon as somebody has trust in you, that means they rely on you, and that puts automatically into a position that I cannot let this person down.
Person down. Exactly. That's the thing. When somebody trusts you and say something deep down your heart, you feel like a more responsible and
And
careful,
and
and
just to
said,
support
okay, I
you,
am
I
not
would
going
say,
to do anything. That person going to,
right.
not going to believe
Right.
me in
I
future
mean,
again.
when Aisha Nahar was talking about the losing trust in people and things like that, what are the reasons? So, I mean, if I say that, let's see if we agree with me. If somebody becomes repeatedly unreliable, you lose trust in them.
Of
Exactly.
course, that's
Yeah,
true.
of course.
That's true.
100%
Because
right.
it's 100% because somehow the people tell their secret when they are too emotional and they think this person is very reliable. I can keep talk to him. It's like that the other day we was discussing about the anxiety, and that's the thing. The people sometimes cannot trust somebody. They keep inside everything, and what happens? They become mental.
Yeah.
So that's why they need to trust somebody to said all the many people have every person have some bad time and good time, bad memory and good memory, and they want to share both with somebody. And when you can't find anybody
The
to
time
share,
that
then
you see, some people get so heavy by not sharing, and because they keep things
yeah,
inside them, the head and
yeah,
the heart and soul get so heavy. So when they trust somebody, or they just go, sometimes in the church, they can go and talk to the priest, and tell them, through the netted window, and
yes,
share it, so
yes,
that they can
yes,
lighten themselves, right?
yes,
So
yeah,
it is always important that you actually take out things out of your head, off your chest, take off things from your chest. Then you feel so much lighter, and you feel so much happier, and you can do things better.
yes. That's true. That's
So
But
very
it could be,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, it
talk
could
to
be
somebody
some
who
kind of
is
sickness or,
total
yeah, pa.
stranger. Total stranger, I think, is better because they won't come back to you. They won't have anything to do with you in your life. So sometimes we
it's
trust.
better sometimes to talk to a stranger than
Yes,
somebody you know.
yes.
Yeah,
Appa is saying, I don't know, but you cannot trust a stranger. But the thing is, that is what Laila Appa said.
Yeah. To get rid of get rid of your heavy heart,
Yes,
sometimes it's better to talk to a stranger, because
but talk to, no, no, not to stranger. People should talk to someone they rely or they trust. Trust is a vague
not
point
necessary.
actually.
Sometimes some
Trust is
psychological
a, no, no.
training
Appa,
will
let me
say
talk.
you
Appa,
don't be
let me talk.
comfortable.
Let me say. Appa, let me say first. The thing is that the trust is a thing that is when Laila Appa said, that is when people rely on someone for time being, then it comes to be you can trust them. In the first time, if you trust someone, so you can that this is not right, that you can trust anybody. So you have to rely first if that person is reliable or not. Then comes trust. Am I right there? So
It's
Fact
complicated.
devotion. Yes. No, not complicated. This is right. You cannot trust any somebody in direct way. First,
I don't agree.
that no, upper let me.
If
First,
you can't trust
You've
this
been
somebody,
talking
person
all
should be
the time.
reliable.
I have allowed you to
Because
talk.
the thing is the when you cannot rely on that people, so trust goes. You cannot trust that person with that.
no, reliability comes
No.
after
If
trust.
you don't trust
Then you
somebody,
can't
how are
rely.
you going to rely on him?
Exactly. You're
No,
going to
no,
know.
No.
you no.
I don't agree with the Rugal Bhai. I don't agree with you at all.
I think Rubel Bhai got it wrong way around because
Wrong way around.
if you don't trust, you
Well,
can rely.
How are you going to rely?
both thing works, Bhaiya.
No, you
Both
can't
thing works.
rely on anybody unless you trust them. How can you?
No. If you cannot rely on any people that he can do this, so you cannot trust them
No.
to
You have to
do
trust
to
somebody.
make sure that it can be.
Somebody you cannot rely on him anyway.
Exactly. The trust
Probably you think like that, but
cannot survive without. Sorry, reliability cannot survive without trust.
My name has changed
that's
now.
right.
This is very interesting.
Because reliability is totally something comes after. Reliability is the baby of the trust.
Exactly.
Okay. And be okay.
It's like a
It's a shadow. It's a shadow. Reliability is a shadow of the trust.
Yeah.
If the trust doesn't
It's-
exist, shadow doesn't exist.
No, that's I'm trying to say. If you cannot trust anyone, so you cannot rely that person.
When I was in
Am I right?
hospital yesterday, they gave me painkiller first, then they done the cutting. Okay, so if they don't give me the painkiller first, after the cutting, then I'm going to get all the pain before give me the
It's
painkiller.
like you can't get the pain before you get the cut.
On the
Somehow.
other hand, Lailap, I can say that if you have an injury, you are getting pain and you are getting the painkiller.
No.
Lailapa,
It's like this.
listen to me. Amin bhai, listen to me. It can be happen also that you have an accident and you got cut, and you have pain, so you are getting painkiller. This is also one way. Am I right?
That's another thing. But when you going to the doctor for something treatment, okay, you going to operation or something, they first anesthetic you and then do the
That's
work.
right. You're right. Anyway,
Basically, it's like this: that you go to the doctor and say, "Can you put a plaster on my hand, please?" Why? Because I'm going to get a cut later on. Is it?
I
No,
have,
you haven't got a cut yet.
But usually with the children, when they just before they go for vaccination, always we're as a parent been advised to give your child what you call calpol before you go and get the vaccination done. What the calpol does is already because painkillers they make you feel drowsy a bit, so that kind of helps the children or anybody taking painkiller before they are having any kind of operation or things like that. It helps.
Yep, that's acceptable.
Doctor will know better.
Yeah, that's acceptable. So we have come to that position where, yes, the reliability comes after trust. I hope we all agree on this.
Yeah,
now.
I agree. I totally agree.
yeah.
How about Laila? Do you agree with that? Reliability comes after trust.
No, I have to trust somebody, then I
That's what I
rely on
said.
him.
Reliability, trust comes first before reliability.
What I'm saying, reliability comes.
But the thing is that you can trust whoever else, but you cannot rely on everyone.
No. You cannot rely on anybody unless you trust them.
Like I give example. Yesterday I was with the doctor. Doctor said, I said, put me in the sleep because I don't like any pain or anything. And he said, no, about this kind of things, we don't do any general anesthetic or anything. And I said, no, then I'm going home. And he said, trust me, you're not going to feel pain. Before I'm going to do anything, I'm going to give you the painkiller first, and then you're not going to feel anything. Then I said, listen, I'm trusting you. And that means trusting you first, and then I'm going to rely on you. So he gave me the painkiller before he done his job. Otherwise, I ran from the operation theater. Anyway, আমার বাংলা একটা কথা আছে না,
জি
বিশ্বাসে মিলাই বস্তু তর্কে বহুদূর। Now আমাদের তর্ক if we do argument a whole night cannot finish the argument.
You are right. And on that note, we just have to say thank you very much for coming and joining us. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Talk to
you.
soon
Bye.
again,
Good
inshallah.
night.
Thank you.
Right, goodbye.
Right, that was Laila Huge, and we are just about 120. 100 no, is that 60 and 20? That makes it, we are in 80 minutes at the moment, so we need to end our show in 10 minutes, and within this 10 minutes, if you happen to be listening to our show and you think that you got something to say, or you have a sellotape on your over your lips, then it's your choice, but make sure you take
ভাইয়া
it.
আমি ভাইয়া ভাইয়া আমি
Take
বাংলাতে
care,
বাংলাতে
because
2 মিনিট কথা বলতে চাই।
No, Bangla, please.
this is the
No,
English.
ভাইয়া
I
আমি
am not
বাংলাতে
afraid to
না না
English.
ইটস আই নো ভাইয়া আই নো, বাট আমি দুটো জিনিস বুঝিয়ে বলতে চাই বাংলাতে। এটা
But
আমি জানি আমাদের অনেক
you don't
বাংলা কলার আছেন
understand
এখানে।
English here. It's only
না না ওকে
why you want to talk
না না
about.
ভাইয়া আমি I want to say something important, that's why. So
You can
I want to
No, you can say it in
I want to
English.
speak
No
in
Bangla.
no
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 Bangla.
I want to say in Bengali.
No,
So
in English.
yes Apu, please.
No.
যাও
Then
আমি
tomorrow
আমি
you're
সবার
not
কাছে
coming on the show with us. If you don't do it in
okay,
English,
I'll come to your show tomorrow.
you're not
Okay.
allowed.
আমি
I'll
আসলে
cut you off.
জিনিসটা যে করতে
Very
চাইছিলাম
good
সেটা
to
হচ্ছে
say.
কি যে
I won't allow him
না,
to talk.
যে আমি যেটা
You're
যেটা
spoiling
বলতে
our
চাইছিলাম সেটা
show.
হচ্ছে সেটা আপা প্লিজ যে আমি যেটা বলতে চাইতাম সেটা হচ্ছে কি যে আসলে মানুষ এত যেটাই কথা বলতে যাই আমরা, মেইন জিনিসটা হচ্ছে কি আসলে মানুষ কে কিভাবে দেখে পৃথিবীকে, এটার উপরে ডিপেন্ড করে যে মানুষ তার জীবনটাকে কিভাবে করে, মানে যে মিরাকুলাস, যে অলৌকিকতার সঙ্গে যেটাকে আমরা বলছি যে গড়ে তুলে। একটা মানুষ অনেক সুন্দর করে তার জীবনটা কত করতে চায়, কিন্তু কিছু বিচ্ছিন্ন ঘটনা, কিছু বিচ্ছিন্ন জিনিস আসে যে যেগুলোর জন্য মানুষ কিন্তু অনেক সময় তার অ্যাটিটিউড নেগেটিভ হয়ে যায়। তার অ্যাটিটিউড পজিটিভ থাকলেও সেটাকে সে রিলাই করতে পারে, যেটা বলি রিলাই করতে পারে না, যে কারণে তারা কাউকে ট্রাস্টও করতে পারে না, রিলাইও করতে পারে না, কোনো কিছু করতে পারে না, তখন কিছু কমপ্লিকেশন।
That's exactly, you're in the right place. You're saying that trust, they cannot trust. That's why they cannot.
এক্স্যাক্টলি আমি এটাই বোঝাতে চাইছিলাম, তখন আর কি জিনিসটা উল্টা হয়ে গেছে। তো জিনিসটা হচ্ছে আসলে কি, এটা কিছু কোনো ব্যাপার না। আসলে আমরা পৃথিবীতে কিন্তু সবাই ভালো মানুষ, পৃথিবীতে কেউ কিন্তু খারাপ হয়ে জন্মায় না, পৃথিবীতে সবাই কিন্তু ভালো মানুষ। কিন্তু প্রবলেমটা হয় কি জানেন, অবস্থা, পরিবেশ, পরিস্থিতি, এগুলো মিলিয়ে কিন্তু মানুষের অনেক সময় মানুষের কিছু কার্যকলাপ এবং সবকিছু কিন্তু একটু নেগেটিভ হয়ে যায়, যেটার জন্য তখন হয় কি যে মানুষকে মনে হয় দেখলে যে এই মানুষটা মনে হয় খারাপ করছে, দেখলে মনে হয় যে এই মানুষটা মনে হয় ভুল করছে, এসব জিনিস কিন্তু মনে হয়। আসলে এগুলো কোনো ব্যাপার না, কারণ আমাদের এই যে অলৌকিকতা পৃথিবীতে যে এই যে যে মানে লাইফটার যে অলৌকিকতাটা, আমাদের যে মিরাকুলাস গিফট যেটাকে আমরা বলছি, যে এই যে আমাদের এটা কিন্তু ঠিক করতে হলে মানুষের আসলে পজিটিভিটিটা কিন্তু থাকতে হবে। আমরা যদি সবকিছুতে নেগেটিভ অ্যাটিটিউড রাখি না, তাহলে কিন্তু আমরা এই যে একটা মিরাকুলাস গিফট লাইফটা, এটাকে কিন্তু আমরা আসলে যেরকম ভাবে গড়ে তুলতে পারার কথা সেভাবে আমরা গড়ে তুলতে পারবো না। এটুকুই কথা। And I'm sorry that I was describing everything in Bengali, so I'm sorry.
No, it's not about being sorry. It's just that we have to repeat everything what you said. That's the thing. It's like translation or subtitle have to be add on. Anyways, we are running out of time, and we have very limited time to call it a morning or call it a night, whichever is appropriate. And right, okay. Anyways, guys, you have been listening to Relax Radio, and Relax Radio speaks your language, of course. But then again, if you didn't come on the into the show, then what can we say? We had some new people. I think Aisha Nahar happens to be probably a newcomer, I think, on our show, unless you have come before, but I haven't seen you before. And then, of course, today we had a few people, but at the same time, a lot of people came and gone. And a lot of people actually watch it on the watermark, which means they don't actually get into the show, but they watch it from the top, and they will watch it later on, just to see that what these guys have been talking about, and they have seen a lot of movement and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, if this is an English show, so probably the Bangla written stuff we probably better not show is pointless, because if it is an English show. Now, Aisha Nahar, she's saying that it is her first time in the show. Thank you very much. Welcome on board. And by all means, you're welcome to always call us and talk to us as well. I'm sure you speak English, unless you don't. But the way you're writing, I'm sure you do. And if you did, then do come on board, because we like to hear some voices, and especially yours, because you have commented some good things. And I think you deserve to be getting letting us hear your voice, and the rest of the world, because they want to hear from you. And anybody else who did not come to the show and did not participate, well, I mean, you will watch it later on, because these programs are going to be kept hopefully for the rest of the life. And or as long as these companies are still active, then certainly they will continue to show this. Whenever you want to see it, you will be able to actually listen to these shows. And by participating into these shows, you actually leave a footmark for even for your children or your generations, to actually see that you were actually active at that time and you have made some comments. So by all means, it is easy, because otherwise, if you have to go and do a live video, what do you call it, selfie video talk, it looks silly and stupid. Being part of a constructive conversation, it's actually, and what shall I say, it's also another gift. So live your life nicely. It's a miraculous life, miraculous gift. So in that case, you got to do something good. It's just not that you go to work and earn some money and get some food and eat and sleep. Well, you got to do a little bit more than that, because you got to live your life. And that's exactly what you need to do. And over here, we are here not to just offend anyone or anything anyway, but we are here to tickle you, to really wake you up from your comfort zone and get out of your bed and actually do something good, so that at least I am not going to be punished for not telling you. My job, my duty is done by telling you the things that you can do. If you then don't listen and you don't do the right thing, that's your problem. Because my job is to make sure that whatever I have learned, and if it is good, then I should pass it on to the people around the world. And these people, then it is their responsibility either to accept it, not accept it, or pass it on to somebody else. That's their choice. Because I'm just, whether you are with me or not with me, I will continue to do what is right and what is good for people to do. And that's what I will be doing. And with me, I have Hafsa Noor and Dr. Rubel Sajid. They're all here. And at this sort of time, we're doing this is because somebody's got to do it. And instead of being a hypocrite and just saying it and not doing it, doesn't make sense. I don't want to be like that, like I said earlier on. Anyways, so it's all back to Dr. Rubel. We got only 3 minutes.
Yes, thank you so much. Those who were with us in this program, we thank them, and let's see you all tomorrow. Hafsa.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today, and I hope it was fruitful session today. Many of us did disagree and agree with a few things, which is we need to have trust. But before we trust anyone else, we need to trust ourselves and believe on ourselves. And through that, we will have a better life. And by believing ourselves, we can learn to believe others and have trust on them. So thank you everybody for joining us, and Asha Nehar, thank you for joining us for first time today. And we will be running show every single day, Monday to Sunday, whole week we run
Most.
all week almost. And tomorrow we have a special program. Tomorrow this time we'll be celebrating Falgun. So it will be totally in Bengali. So Rubel bhai, you can talk as much Bengali as you like tomorrow. Muke fera tule diyan, kono সমস্যা নাই. But today we were talking about life is miraculous gift. And if you think life is miraculous gift, then you should follow that and you should continue.
Yeah, I understand, but Appa, there are some people who are watching this program from outside.
It doesn't matter.
We should have to think about that. I'm
No,
sorry. we can talk behind the scene, but it was important. Okay, Appa,
We
Bhaiya.
can't think
Okay,
about anybody. When we're doing an English show, we're doing an English show.
English,
okay, no
exactly.
problem.
The majority of the world speaks English. 350 million people are Bengali, and 500,000 more who actually not Bengali, but they speak Bangla as well. I understand that. But when we are going to be speaking in English, then there are more people. Though maybe our speech may not be as clear, but at least still, if we speak English, then people will understand around the world. And whoever, this is a common language for everyone. So it's a good thing
Okay.
to do, and that's what we're trying to do. And but of course, by all means, tomorrow we still get another chance. And look, Rubel Bhai, this is a guitar music. Listen to this. I didn't play it. So yeah,
Good.
so we're out of time, so we have to go. Good night to you all.
Good night.